Hiya, Lady Danny here, and I'm not gonna lie, I am a bit of a cliche when it comes to granola eating and tree hugging. But have you seen the prices for a good granola? Besides, I find a lot of flavors I don't like, so I use this recipe by Terry Ann Carty as a jumping point to make my own. I started with a half a cup of dried blueberries, 1 cup of shelled salted pistachios, a half cup of dried coconut, 1 cup of pecans, a half cup of pumpkin seeds, and I swapped the sunflower seeds for hemp seeds. To soften the blueberries, you want to have them in warm water for about 20 minutes. Now I'm going to roughly chop my pecans and pistachios. And the base for this is 3 cups of whole oats. I'll start by mixing my dry ingredients together. And once they're all mixed, I'll drain my blueberries and add those as well, being sure to mix thoroughly. Now I'll add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ginger, and 3/4 of a teaspoon of flaky sea salt. In a separate pot, I'm going to heat a half a cup of olive oil, and to that I'm going to add a few pods of cardamom just to infuse the oil. Once they sputter and the oil is infused, I'm going to remove them. Now I'm blending in a half cup of pistachio butter and a half cup of maple syrup before adding a teaspoon of vanilla and mixing thoroughly. Now it's time to introduce my wets to my dries. If you're so inclined, you can do this with your hands, but as this is warm and I have a spatula at the ready, I'm going to go the old-fashioned route before pressing it all into a baking pan. You can use a grease pan or parchment, but just to prevent sticking, I'm using my Silpat. And at 325 for 20 minutes, this goes in. After 20 minutes, I turn the pan and give it another 10 minutes before allowing everything to cool thoroughly so I can package. And now to store, I'll simply put in glass jars and keep until I'm ready to use. I made mine so I could control sugar and have exactly what I wanted in my granola. But it's not only better, it's cheaper. In comparison to something like Purely Elizabeth, which runs 94 cents an ounce, mine comes in at 74 cents an ounce. My one batch was 39.8 ounces, which means compared to $7.49 a bag I would pay for Elizabeth's, mine comes in at $5.92. And that's a better breakfast for you and your budget. Cheers!